face, and I ain't going nowhere.
And the Grammy goes to Water. Tyla.
At the age of 21, she made history. In addition to becoming the first South African solo artist to make it onto the Billboard Hot 100 in 55 years, Tyla defeated Afrobeat giants to win a Grammy. Nobody thought she was capable of breaking records, but her firm was hit by a few controversies. This is the story of Tyla, the girl who came from the South. Africa will serve as a global ambassador for Amapiano and Afrobeats. Along the way, she encountered identification problems, media chaos, and rumors that almost ended it all. Today, we will unveil the little-known elements that fueled her rise to prominence and the reasons why so many referred to her as an industrial plant. To understand anything, we have to go back to the beginning.
You're the smile on my face, and I ain't going nowhere.
Tyla. Born in Eden in 2002, Laura Seth grew up in Johannesburg. Her family was colored and descended from Indian, Zulu, and Irish people. This combination eventually caused serious identity issues. She was not very wealthy. She didn't have any connections, but she had a dream that was too big to ignore. In high school, she started posting covers online. Her voice sounded unique. Her sense of style was unique. But music in Africa comes at a hefty price. Tyla knew, too, that talent alone could not pay costs. At 17 and fresh out of high school, she recorded her first single, Getting Late, with Cool Drink. On a tight budget, they produced the video themselves. And as it plummeted, South Africa exploded. Clubs were hammering at it. Kids danced nonstop. The video received millions of views on YouTube. After that single song, she rose to fame and received a nomination for a South African Music Award. Then came the big break. She joined Epic Records in 2021, the same label that signed Drake, Travis Scott, and Shakira. People's lives were affected by the deal, yet every contract has a catch. You could feel horrible about the same label that makes you feel happy. For Tyla, there was no turning back. She was more than just South Africa's newest celebrity. She was stepping into the spotlight. But stardom always comes with a price. Furthermore, she released the song that changed her life forever, Water. At first, nobody was very intrigued. Looked like another single. But after that, TikTok blew it wide open. After a simple dance challenge, Water became a global sensation. There was a rhythm shift. Not only Afro or R&B rhythm, but a combination of global piano and pop. Individuals couldn't get enough of it. From South Africa to Nigeria and from the US to the UK, the song became viral. Everywhere. When you turned, you saw someone dancing to the surf. Then the history of the Billboard Hot 100 hit. In addition to making the charts, it peaked at number 7. Consider that. A 21-year-old South African woman entered the top 10 for the first time in 55 years. She was praised in Nigeria, trended in the US, and set records in Brazil. The song became multi-platinum in America and diamond in Brazil, and it was streamed hundreds of millions of times worldwide. Tyla was more than just an up-and-coming star. Oh, she was a powerful global force. But that same hit quickly became both her ally and her enemy. Her December 2023 TikTok post said, "I am a proud colored South African." That suggests being proud and mixed race in South Africa. But in the US, the word colored has a depressing connotation of segregation. Suddenly, Tyla was dragged online. Critics stated distancing herself from blackness while making money off of it. South Africans defended her, although the criticism was severe. Her explanations weren't even taken seriously. But she continued to be brilliant. By February 2024, Tyla was competing against Burna Boy, Asake, Davido, Ira Star, Giants, and others. Everyone was excitedly awaiting the winner of the Best African Music Performance. And when the name was called, people's mouths dropped. Tyla received the Grammy interview for...
And the Grammy goes to Water. Tyla.
African history's youngest Grammy winner. And not just any Grammy. There was a category for the Best African Music Performance for the first time. It suggests that Tyla's name will be permanently recorded as its first winner. The whole world cheered her victory. But in Nigeria, things heated up. YouTube on Instagram, someone ragedly questioned, how can Tyla win over Davo? The Grammys were perceived by many Nigerians as having crowned someone else after exploiting their artist for publicity. According to some, politics is engaged, not music. Suddenly, Tyla was out of the spotlight. It turned into a patriotic conflict. Nigeria versus South Africa. The Grammys played Water No Get Enemy in the background while Tyla's Water was displayed, but the flames grew more intense. Nigerians perceived it as a slap in the face. It was as though the Grammys were honoring their own icons while selecting the star of a different country. But South Africans retaliated violently, saying Tyla earned all the last bit of it. They acted as a reminder to the globe that water could not destroy Nigerian music. So did Tyla deserve the Grammy? Or were Nigerians simply expecting too much? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Despite the outrage, Tyla's climb persisted. She collected BT, MTV, and Billboard awards. She even made an appearance in the Victoria's Secret fashion show. It was proclaimed in reports that Tyla is the future. But fame is never given away for free. Every reward has a cost, and Tyla was prepared to cover hers. She has won the Best Afrobeat Video at the MTV Base Music Awards for Water by September 2024, strode triumphantly onto the stage. However, she spoke in less than after a minute. Everything had changed.
So special, but also bittersweet, because I know there's a tendency to group all African artists under Afrobeat. It's a thing, and even though Afrobeat has run things and has opened so many doors for us, African music is so diverse. It's more than just Afrobeat.
By this time, people had concluded that Tyla was an industry plant, and her own statement supported this conclusion. Tyla confirmed the allegation that she isn't even Afrobeat when she said that she represents Amapiano. At that point, she appeared to be deliberately accepting honors. Afro Rhythms fans were furious, especially when she took home the Grammy. But here's the twist. Tyla wasn't lying. She hopes that Amapiano will be as well known worldwide as Afrobeats, which are a part of Africa's many musical traditions. However, social media doesn't care about intentions. Advocates fabricated her statements, claiming she was disparaging Afrobeats and Nigerian performers. Headlines spread like wildfire. Tyla avoids listening to Afro music. Tyla ridicules Nigerian celebrities. Just when it was becoming too loud, her VMA address poured gasoline on the growing problem. Tyla hugged Hi Bailey and Lil Nas as they held the trophy on stage. Her. And the internet was sparked at that same moment.
You guys know me and holding awards. I'm not strong enough. Please. Are you able to offer me? Yes, thank you. I'm sorry.
Seemingly innocuous, lighthearted event swiftly descended into chaos. Tyla was dragged by fans once more. She was referred to as entitled by some and blatantly insulting by others. However, the storm wasn't finished. Tyla entered the Breakfast Club studio in New York a few weeks later. Her breakthrough interview, the one that would have locked her in with the American audience, should have been this one. Rather, it turned into one of the most sinister snippets of her work. The presenter looked down at her and asked one question that altered everything.
School me on these debates that they be having about your identity as a South African colored person. What does that even mean? Oh, I like that. We keeping that in the interview too. I like when they talk from the back and say we can't. I like that.
Consider this. Tyla's team instructs the host to leave out a question in the middle of the interview. When the video went public, fans tore her to shreds. She made blunders with her label, management, and PR. They should have been prepared. Her. It is obviously unprofessional to have your artist glance back for help during an interview. It was too late when Tyla tried to explain. She wrote, "I'm mixed" on Twitter. Marian, Irish, and Black Zulu Indian, and vibrant. In South Africa, I will be classified as colored, and in other places, as black. Again, though, it wasn't her singing that stole the show. It was part of her identity. That marked the start of her downfall. Not because of hits or skill, but because of perspective. In March 2024, Tyla announced her first trip abroad. Fans were ecstatic, shows were sold out, and she was intended to conquer America and Europe. Weeks before kickoff, however, she caught everyone off guard. She was in charge of everything. It was a foot condition of hers. "Performance is my favorite part," she wrote on Instagram, "of my job, but I have to put my health first." It was not believed by the fans. Some others said she was acting. Others whispered that ticket sales were poor. In music, perception is reality, and the "it" was a severe perception. Tyla was slipping. Despite her promise to return, the stigma of that cancellation remained, even when she went on to appear at Coachella 2025. In October 2024, Tyla finally published her debut album, Tyla. It was supposed to be her victory lap. proof that she was more than just a one-hit wonder. The hype was insane. Blogs labeled it the most anticipated African debut of the year. The album, which featured artists like Becky G, Skillabang, and Gonana, reached #1 in the UK and number 25 in the US. But here's the hard truth. None of the tracks matched Water. Fans responded well to it. It received positive reviews from critics. However, there was just one thing that industry saw. Tyla's inability to top her viral smash prompted more inquiries. Why did Water blow up and everything else did not? Was it a coincidence? Or was there anything more important at play? Tyla was unable to meet the lofty standards set by Water's success, which gave rise to a monster. They are prepared to tear you down the instant you falter after you have been proclaimed the next big thing in the music industry. In July 2025, Tyla's surprise EP, We Want a Party, was released. She called it a bridge, a taste before her second album. However, the headlines drew her in. Tyla's most recent initiative only sells 4,000 copies in the US. Immediately, critics said, "Is her career over?" This is what they refused to tell you. Streams went crazy. The EP got 60 million Spotify plays in a matter of weeks. Dynamite by WizKid, which she co-produced with Lisa from In Asia, Blackpink was well liked. But blogs don't care about the facts, since failure stories make better headlines than success stories. The only label that failed to promote the EP more effectively was Tyla's. Where's Tyla standing now? She debuted new singles, including Is It and Bliss, performed at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, had a triumphant comeback at Coachella, and gave away that her upcoming album will sound very different. Tyla is not finished yet. She is merely warming up. Additionally, if you've been listening, the truth about this story is already known to you. Bad news is more appealing to people than good news. What do you think? Do you believe the allegations of poor ticket sales are accurate? Or did her health problems really cause her tour to be canceled? Will Tyla be able to get better faster, or is the damage already done? Your point of view matters. Kindly leave a comment with your ideas. If you like these uncensored celebrity stories, please click the like button and spread the word. Your friends, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to ShadePod. This is where the drama takes place. Real.